Um, Good afternoon and welcome to the Office of Economic Development Business Information Session. My name is Margaret McGee and I'm the Business Services Manager. Business Services assist entrepreneurs and business owners in starting and growing their business. We help in navigating through the different departments within city government to obtain permits and licenses. We also connect the business community with organizations that can provide technical assistance, incentives, resources, and other beneficial programs in operating a business. One way we do this is to host business information sessions. These sessions are held throughout the year and topics are gathered from entrepreneurs, surveys, and information we collect from the business community. This is a series of 3 sessions focusing on business funding options and resources. If you missed the first 2 sessions, you will be able to view them on the Office of Economic Development YouTube channel. Today we have Mr. David Bugich, Liberty Bank's Senior Consumer Lender and Partnership Officer. He will share information regarding business banking. To keep down distractions, attendees, please turn off your videos and mute your speakers. Place all questions in a chat box and they will be answered when we have the opportunity. All handouts provided to me will be shared within 24 to 48 hours after the meeting has ended. Now I'll go ahead and turn it over to Mr. Bugich.
Hello, everyone. Can you hear me, Margaret?
Yes.
Okay. I'm excited to be here to represent Liberty Bank. As Margaret said, my name is David Bugich. I manage our consumer and small business lending departments here at Liberty Bank. I've been in banking for close to 30 years, lending money at a number of banks in the city. I've been with Liberty over 20 years uh, and really enjoy what I do and what the bank does. The folks here in New Orleans are kind of spoiled, but they don't realize how lucky we are as a community, and that Liberty Bank is the largest minority owned and led bank in the United States. We're about $1.5 billion. We were founded in 1972 with $2 million that was put together with several members of our community. We are in 13 states across the country. We're currently led by our president, is Mr. Todd McDonald, who just recently took over for his father, Mr. Alden McDonald, who was our founder. And we do all type of lending, consumer lending, small business lending, commercial lending, mortgage lending. So we are going to talk about the small business banking type lending, which I oversee. I oversee loans up to $350,000 for small businesses. Before we jump into the products, since we have a small group, I'd just like to go over a few things that I have noticed and come across over my time doing this, lending money to small businesses, being a small business owner, working with small business, and the challenges that you guys face, right? And part of that now is with the advent of social media is the amount of misinformation there is out there. So I always, when I speak to groups, I like to try and give people information that will help them and not mislead them. One of the big things for a small business owner, the number one thing is that you have to understand is that as a small business owner starting out, your personal credit will play a big part in where you're at. So it's of utmost importance to you as a small business owner to make sure your personal credit is in line. I mean, everyone has challenges, but you need to work on to ensure that you have a decent personal credit score. The idea that you've seen on social media pieces where you can borrow money without just on your EIN number, without being a personal guarantor, that is not correct, right? Unless you're Coca-Cola or Microsoft, you will have to provide a personal guarantee. So it's good if you know you have credit challenges to start working on getting those issues fixed. It will take time. It didn't take it didn't happen overnight that your credit became challenged. It won't happen overnight that those scores will start going up. But I would suggest you consider that. The other piece that's important is good record keeping. Good record keeping, right? So I suggest that everyone, if you don't have a spouse or a business partner that is good at doing that, you engage someone, whether it's an accountant, to help you with your record keeping. It doesn't have to be full time. And maybe you can learn those processes yourself later. But good record keeping, specifically your financial documents, right? So when you walk into a bank or call up a bank, you're going to be asked for financial documents. You need to be able to provide coherent financial documents to your banker. And that's one of the biggest challenges most small businesses have, is being able to not only provide those financial documents, but provide something like your EIN letter or something like your articles of organization. You should have all of those on hand. With your financial documents, being able to provide documents that make sense and are in line with what you're asking from the bank, meaning that most small businesses have been conditioned that they don't want to pay taxes and they want to write off everything on their tax return, so they don't show income, right? But then you cannot walk into a bank and say, I don't make any money, but I want to borrow money, right? So it's something that you as a small business owner is going to have to make that adjustment to that. You're going to have to show income on your tax return. So that's something you plan for, knowing that you may have a tax liability down the line. But you have to show that in order to borrow money. And to grow any business, at some point you're going to have to borrow money. And so being prepared to do that, one of the biggest things is having financials that are in line with what you're asking from the bank. So that's just the two of the biggest things that I see daily. Last year, as part of my role here with the bank, I reviewed 3,600 and some change small business loan applications. That was in 2025. So I see a lot of applications throughout the year. Liberty here, we have a couple of products. The most popular product that we have here that I manage is our Liberty Lightning loan for small business owners. And what that is, it's a loan $50,000 and under. It's a term loan up to 5 years for working capital, inventory, equipment purchases, things like that. We can structure it as a line of credit. That's rare. That's also one of the challenges that we face as a bank. I face as a lender, is small business owner not understanding the difference between a line of credit and a term loan, and understanding what their real need is, right? So a line of credit is typically used for a purchase or financing a invoice or a receivable, and when those funds come in, you pay that line of credit down. If you need something other than that, equipment or permanent working capital, like something like that, you would want to do that on a term basis. So uh, that's the difference between those. But the Liberty Lightning loan, the rates vary between 10 to 12%. And like I said, the term can be anywhere between 36 to 60 months. I've seen a lot of requests for folks who may have a temporary need for payroll, or they've gotten themselves in a jam with a merchant cash advance loan and they want to kind of consolidate that. All of those reasons we've used that product to help clients. The turnaround, once I have a complete application, is you can usually receive an answer within 24 hours, and we try and get it closed within 48 hours, closed and funded within 48 hours. But of course, all that's dependent on the borrower providing us the information that all of the information that we need. In addition to that Liberty Lightning loan, we have our business Visa card. And the business Visa card can go up to $50,000, and the rates range from 9.96, the lowest rate, and it's a fixed rate, to a high of 17.8, which compared to the market, that 17.8 is still lower than the market, the typical interest rate on a card. Some businesses use this as their line of credit, and it may be their a small business first revolving piece, and the limits can range from $5,000, as I said, up to $50,000, and that turnaround that's a same day turnaround for decision, and you can usually, once approved, you can get your card in about 7 to 8 days. I also do real estate lending, small business real estate lending, whether it's a purchase of a property or just purchase of land. Those terms can go out to 15 years, and those rates, they vary. I can't really quote a rate, but they vary. Any commercial loan request above $50,000 for the small business, our bank usually will ask for real estate collateral, or if it's a vehicle, the vehicle has collateral. The max, probably our limit, just based on unsecured or just a lien on a business, is $50,000. Anything above that, you're looking at real estate. The bank does much larger loans, up to $10 million. That's in our commercial area, to purchase businesses, to purchase large real estate, to build out office buildings, all type of things. So whatever the large commercial banks do, we do that here at Liberty. We just do it in a different manner, meaning we're customer focused, and so relationship driven. So if you're interested, yeah, you can reach out to me through our website, or I'm sure Margaret has my contact information. But the big thing, besides our products, that I want to leave you with is that if you're a small business, and you should be your first stop for financing should be the place where your deposits are. Because for businesses that are just starting, that are small, but have some deposits that are coming through their account, that may be the differentiator between whether you get approved or whether you do not. So I would encourage everyone to open up accounts with us and move your deposits with us, and let us look at any potential loan business with us. Oh, we do vehicle loans for small businesses also, and In some cases, we'll do 100% financing on the vehicle loans. And the thing about borrowing in the business name, of course, is that it does not reflect in the owner's personal credit report. Now, the owner will have to provide a personal guarantee on every credit, but the loan itself, the balance, the payment does not reflect in the guarantor's personal credit report unless there is a default. And then at that point, the bank has the option to then start reporting that. And if it says in default, then that it would pop up in that person's credit report as being past due and being in default. But otherwise, if it's paid as agreed, you have a great relationship, that debt will not reflect in the guarantor's personal credit report. Now, the personal guarantor, I'm not sure if everyone's familiar with that. What that just basically says is that anyone that owns more than 20% in the business is typically asked to sign as a guarantor. That basically says if the business itself is not able to service the loan, then that guarantor will be personally responsible for servicing the debt. But that's about all I have as far as what we do here as Liberty, what we have as far as our small business loans. We do a little bit of everything. I'm working with a contractor, small contractor now. I'm working with a dentist. I'm working with a real estate investor that has several properties around New Orleans. So we do it all. We see it all. I encourage everyone, if when you go to your bank, whatever bank you go to, Liberty Bank or any other bank, be upfront with your lenders and try and provide all of the information that's requested of you, because that will expedite your credit request and make it much easier for the lender or whoever is approving your loan request. If you guys have any questions for me, please feel free at this point. We can take some questions, Margaret, because I think that's all I have is in reference to our loan products, the Liberty Loan, our Business Visa, and then we of course do real estate commercial lending.
Okay, well, thank you, Mr. Buggage, for that. Yeah, if anyone have questions, we could take the questions now. Just want to also say the other organization that was supposed to join us was unfortunately, the representative was unfortunately able to join. It's the Kiva crowdfunding. I just put a link in the chat box. But just to give a little information about that, Kiva is a nonprofit crowdfunding platform that's focused on microloans. Instead of donating money outright to people, they basically lend small amounts, often starting at like $25 to entrepreneurs, students, farmers, and small business owners around the world. And basically those borrowers then repay the loan over time. So if you're a person that starts out, with small amounts, you may increase that amount, and it all, of course, have to be approved through their process. So just wanted to give them a little information about that because Mr. LaFave was unable to join us today. So now we'll go ahead and take questions for Mr. Buggage if anyone have questions.
Yeah, and you guys can go to our website and apply. You can apply for any loan product online. So if you just go to libertybank.net, you can apply online. Or if you you want to go into a branch, you're welcome to go into a branch.
And I'll definitely follow up and send a follow-up email to everyone. And in that email, Mr. Buggage, I'll include your name and your email. So if
Please
people want to
do.
contact you. And I also put in that link for the website. I'll include that also.
Please do. Someone has to have a question.
Yes, I think. Don't be shy.
I know. I guess not.
All right. Well,
All
given
right.
that there are no questions, again, want to thank you, Mr. Buggage, for that awesome presentation and definitely giving us that information